Hey, what's up? I'm reading The Spiritual Laws of Life by Harold Klemp. It is, let me put this on mute. It is timeless principles that can guide readers to finding the best decisions in any situation. Learning Edge Review. Spiritual truths beneath your wings. There exist wonderful truths, spiritual laws that nourish us, one and all. Laws of wisdom, freedom, and charity are divine love. How can we shape our lives and destiny to live in harmony with them in this crazy world right now? So, as awakened captains of our destiny, we can meet today's challenges in a more relaxed and happy way. The spiritual laws of life give us the many resources to make the very best decision at any one moment. Thank you so much, Angie Monzor. Good morning. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and thank you very much for supporting me. Read Harold Klemp's groundbreaking new book. Watch a new vista of understanding open for you. You're not seeing the likes of it. Learn how to keep in tune with your true spiritual nature. Suddenly, you're living a full, exciting life of greater love, energy, and wonder. Do you wish to open the door to the hidden spiritual truths that uplift us? Then come along, open these pages, and enjoy adventure. Hey, Queen's Life Vlog, thanks so much. Give me a minute because I was on a panel and I dropped down, so they're texting me. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm so sorry. All right, everybody. This is Spiritual Laws. This was recommended by my acupuncture therapist. To basically read this and understand and learn why I cannot hurry up and advance and wish to see the highest truth. I actually saw the highest truth in December and it wasn't good. So maybe this will help me. Hey, what's up, Miss Key Kitchen? Eliza Gale. I hope I said your name right. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much. The teachings, oh, okay, it's called Forward. The teachings of ECK define the nature of soul. You are a soul, a particle of God sent into this world to gain spiritual experience. Hey, Panama City! The goal in ECK is spiritual freedom in this lifetime, after which you become a co worker with God, both here and in the next world. Karma and reincarnation are primary beliefs. Key to the ECK teachings is the Mahanta, the living ECK master. He has the special ability to act as both the inner and outer master for ECK students. The prophet of Enkent, what does it say? It's an Eckankar, Ekanakar. He is given respect, but he is not worshipped. He teaches the sacred name of God. Who? HU. That's the sacred name of God. Hey, no way, man. Steve, what's up? Hey, finding happiness and all you do. Thank you very much. Much love to you and your family. When sung just a few minutes each day, who will lift your spiritual into the light and sound of God, the ECK Holy Spirit. This easy spiritual exercise and others will purify you. You are then able to accept the full love of God in this lifetime. Siri Harold Klemp is the Manhanta, the living ECK master today. author of many books, discourses, and articles. He teaches the ins and outs of the spiritual life. His teachings, his teachings, the ins and outs of the spiritual life, his teachings lift people and help them recognize and understand their own experiences in the light of sound of God. Many of his talks are available to you on audio and video cassette. Amen. This book contains thought provoking quotations from Siri Harold Klemp and from Paul Trichel, the modern day founder of Eckankar. Within these pages are many excellent tools to enliven your personal spiritual study and path to mastership. To find out more about Harold Klemp and Eckankar, please turn to page 205 in the back of this book. I look at this beautiful picture. You see that? It says, all things from heaven to earth are under its care, and in hearts the faint chirp of cricket. Through it, through it may seem deaf to our loudest prayers. It says, laws of wisdom. The laws of wisdom, the laws that speak of divine power and how it manifests in the universe. All right, this word right here, can anyone pronounce? I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry. I have traumatic brain injury because I was hit by an 18 wheeler. So my speech kind of slurs. I apologize. I was trying my best. My neurologist told me to practice reading and play chess and Scrabble. All right. Causation, the wheel of life, which is a factor in the human and spiritual cycles of life's karma. A cosmetic sea of worlds, the Ekana lexon. The ECK power is the intelligence which pervades all space and animates all living things. This mental action and reaction is the law of causation. I think caution. Causation. The principle of causation does not begin in the individual but in the cosmetic power. It is now an objective fact. Yes, to drop your link, please type Buddha. Laws of Hearing. It is not an objective factility, but a subjective process, and the results are seen in infinite variety of conditions and experiences. In order to express life, there must be the power. Nothing can exist without the cosmetic power. Everything which exists is some manifestation of this basic power from which and by which all the things have been created and continually are being recreated. Man lives in a fathomless sea of this plastic ether called the ECK power. And this substance is ever alive and active. It is sensitive to the highest degree. That form takes mold or matrix from that which the substance experiences. Dialogues with the Master, chapter 20. The other aspect of spirit, even more important than the light, is that which we know as the sound. The sound current is actually the voice of God, spoken in the Bible as the Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was made. Then it says on the side, the other aspect of spirit, even more important than the light, is that which we know as the sound. Hey Irma, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it truly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what soul is looking for to return to the God center. Okay, flesh and dwelt among us. This voice, the creative current which comes from God, has created the lower worlds. It comes out like a radio wave from a central broadcasting station. It's like a pebble thrown into a quiet lake, causing ripples to go out. These waves go out, but they must always come back to the center. It's the returning wave that excuse me one minute, that we are interested in. This is what soul is looking for, to return to the God center. When it returns to the God center, we call this God realization or the God consciousness. How to find God, Mahanta transcripts book 2 chapter 10. Someone wrote to me from a farm in Africa. He said a hen laid a bunch of eggs that were fertilized, but a funny looking rooster whose head and neck were bald. Every time the rooster would come in the yard, the family would all laugh at it. It was all pretty funny until the eggs hatched. One of the chicks came out looking exactly like the rooster. Bald head, bald neck. Because the little thing was so ugly and small, the other chicks picked on it and finally even broke its leg. To protect it, the family had to bring it into the house. The person who wrote the letter said, "You know, it's interesting how we laughed at this rooster that was bald headed and bald necked, and now all of a sudden we find that one just like him has taken up residence in our home. Thoughts of any nature are going to come home to the roost. This is called the law of karma or the law of cause and effect. The Ekas are quite familiar with it. How to Find God, Mahanta Chomsky's Book 2, Chapter 19. Change. Thank you, finding happiness. It's very hard for me to go live because it's just got a lot of things going on. Um, but thank you very much. All right, this is called Change. Change, law of conditions in the worlds of time and space, will always change at some point. There is no stability here. A cosmetic sea of the words. The Ekana lexicon, this is a world of change. In fact, even this universe pulls so many heavens that lie above this physical. Hey, me time, what's up? Above this physical one are in a constant swirl of change. Change is the unchanging law of the worlds of change. Please type Buddha, connect with each other. If y'all don't have one another, everybody here is very, very supportive. Extremely supportive. Please grab them up. Wisdom of the Heart, Book 2, Wisdom Note 28. Whoever is under the hand of Moha is unconscious of the law of change, which permits all things in the lower worlds. There is no stability here. As a positive and negative, as the positive and negative. Give me 1 minute, I'm sorry. My phone froze and it's supposed to be someone's live. Where you at trending? Let me see. This is a world of change. In fact, even this universe pulls so many heavens that lie above this physical one are in a constant swirl of change. Change is the unchanging law of for the worlds of change. Why shouldn't it come up? God, I hope, man. Wisdom of the Heart, Book 2, Wisdom Note 28. Whoever is under the hand of Moha is unconscious of the law of change, which permits all things in the lower worlds. There is no stability here, as the positive and negative streams are in a constant interplay that can feature the good things in life for a while, but then can take a discouraging turn toward the unhappy lessons. This dynamic tension between oh, oh shit. And pull up my friend's live. Here in chat. I'm supposed to be on her panel, but I dropped down to like be, do this. Like Panama City's doing a wonderful thing for everybody, and I truly appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Teen Health and Beauty? Please type Buddha to drop your link. Everybody here is very supportive, even Panama City. If you don't have Panama City, you don't know what you're missing, Teen. I'm telling you, grab her up. She is very, very supportive. She's all about positivity, helping each other grow, and that's it. Hey, White Ford, what's up? I'm still in the chat. Look, I'm in the chat, but I'm in a marathon. So, all right. So, whoever is under the hand of Maha is unconscious of the law of change, which permits all things in the lower worlds. There is no stability. Here is Here, as the positive and negative streams are in a constant interplay that can feature the good things in life for a while, but then can take a discouraging turn toward the unhappy lessons. This dynamic tension between the positive and negative forces is needed to stretch the individual beyond this present capacity. That reminds me of the yin and yang. Soul Travel 2, Lesson 4. Conditions in this unstable realm of time and space will always change at some point. It is one of the laws of the Scholastic Worlds, the ECK Satan Discourses 4 Series, Lesson 10. Conditions in this unstable realm of time and space will change at some point. Sorry guys, I had to take a drink. I take medication. As you guys know, I have a traumatic brain injury because I was hit by an 18-wheeler, so I gotta take medication to prevent seizures. In the Sheila's Rendezvous with Destiny, the Mahanatha wants to show him the meaning of a single fact. All change is a measure of spiritual growth, and without change, there is no growth at all. The ECK Sant Sang Discourses 3rd Series, Lesson 11. When people don't understand that a change is for their own good, they usually shut the door to the blessings of God just because it is change. Our spiritual wake up calls Mahanta transcripts, Book 15, Chapter 6. To be able to accept the changes as you move from the present to the future or from one plane to another in the present requires a very nimble state of consciousness. The drumbeat of time, Mahanta transcripts. Let me see. I I don't know. Someone said if I'm in someone else's live and live at the same time, I lose hours. Is that true, Panama? Cause I just changed my name to another name on your live. Cause I don't know if that's true. I just remembered that. To be able to accept the changes as you move from the present to the future or from one plane to another in the present requires a very nimble state of consciousness. The drumbeat of time, Mahanta Traska's Book 10, Chapter 2. All change is a measure of spiritual growth, and without change, there is no growth at all. Lightly place your attention upon a situation in your life. Then put your viewpoint as soul above the situation. Look down on everything going on below as if it were a chess game. Even though it might be in your imagination, you can look at a situation anywhere in the world from this viewpoint. As you are gazing upon it, change the situation by simply rearranging your place on the chessboard is a successful device, and those who use it often make great changes around themselves. The Art of Spiritual Dreaming, Chapter 9. Changes the life, changes the law of truth here. It sweeps cobwebs from the eye of the soul, showing the right way to more happy, fruitful life, and yet despite all the spiritual riches of ECK, sure let's forget about them. Odd, isn't it, how human nature selects a small handful of events from the past and makes some of them our memories. Though it often leaves out the blessings of ECK, human nature is a fickle child. Everything in life is about change. Yet it is mostly your ability to change your consciousness to the needs of the moment that counts. Above all. Graceful change of that sort will keep your spiritual young for all time. Wisdom from the Master on Spiritual Leadership, ECK, Leader's Guide, Article 42. As harsh as change may often appear to us, it is for the purification of immature and mature souls alike. Wisdom. Okay. Trinity told me that, so I don't know. Trinity told me that. As harsh as change may often appear to us, it is for the purification of immature and mature souls alike. Wisdom from the Master on Spiritual Leadership, ECK. Hey, what's up, Clemir? ECK Leader's Guide, Article 82. It is mostly your ability to change your consciousness to the needs of the moment that counts above all. All right. Consciousness. Consciousness. Consciousness law of the recognition of realization of the beginningness of self or thing in thought with manifest external life and form. A cosmetic seed of the Ekakar Alexicon. We each choose our own state of consciousness. We make our own worlds, which is true. We each choose our own state of consciousness. It takes a while for many individuals, even many ECK initiates, to recognize this. Yes. We make our own worlds. What we are today is the sum total of everything we have thought or been throughout the ages. Everything in the universe has its origin in the idea, in thought, and it has its completion to the manifestation. Excuse me. It has completion in the manifestation of the thought through form. Many intermediate stages are necessary, but the cause and effect for the series are the thought and the thing. This shows that in the essence, the thing already existed in thought. This is consciousness. if it is a true fact that the thing must be in thought before thought can form the thing, then it is plain that the divine ideal can only be externalized in your objective. The life to the proportion it is first formed in our thought, in our thought. It takes form from our thought only to the extent which have apprehended its existence in the divine ECQ. Soul is the thinker of thoughts. The consciousness responds when directed by soul, which is beyond all thoughts, beyond all matter energy. Oh shit, I closed my browser. Uh, close the browser. What's up, Miss Key? Hey, please type Buddha. Come here, connect with everybody. Panama is very supportive. Please grab everybody up. Space and time, the very act of thinking imposes self consciousness because all thoughts are possible. Only through self consciousness, there that which I am, that which is above, that beyond all thoughts cannot be revealed by the consciousness nor the intellect, even when the consciousness cannot think of it. It is possible for the soul which I am to know the soul thing in a complete way. In the creative process of the soul, we become the individual reflection of what we realize. The divine power to be relative to oneself. If we realize the divine as the infinite potential of all that can constitute a perfect human being, this conception must, by the law of creativity, gradually build up a corresponding image in our thoughts, which in turn will act our external condition. This, by law of consciousness, is the nature of the process. I don't like reading because like things come to my head and like I told you, Panama City. I was in Hawaii on my light activation retreat, and the person was in Miami. Well, the person was in where they are, and I had a dream that it was gonna occur ahead of time, and it did. That happened. So I was just like, wow, I was shocked. So when I'm reading this, it's like when you see me pause and like close my eyes, it's because I'm getting stuff in my head. So I'm sorry about that. The Flute of God, chapter 9. All paths to God are provided by Spirit for the express purpose of giving soul in its very states. Consciousness, let me tell her here. And it's just someone on the panel with her. All right. From the top, all paths to God are provided by Spirit for the express purpose of giving soul in its varying states of consciousness a choice in how it wants to return to God. Each path leads to another path and then to another. It is one thing to be born into a certain state of consciousness, but we owe we owe it to ourselves to make the effort to reach higher and beyond. Upon birth, we are given whatever consciousness we need to get from birth to death, the kind that allows us to go to school, learn a trade or a profession, and make our way. But it takes time. but it takes a special effort to go and beyond and reach greater states of consciousness. We can do this by direct experience with the light and sound of spirit. How to Find God, Manhattan Transcripts, Book 2, Chapter 8. Every time. Okay, that hit something. Hey, Rochelle, I'm so sorry I missed you. How are you doing? How are you? Long time no see, Rochelle. Type Buddha to drop your link. Type Buddha to drop your link. Hmm. Alright, guys, so this is Consciousness, page 11. Um, Please let me know, Panama, when it's over, because I really don't know. I'm not good at that. Every time you move into another state of consciousness, your nutritional laws may change. Then you start juggling your diet and vitamins. When you finally lose track, you may end up going to a nutritionist. Why? Because you are going through different states of consciousness and your body is responding to the law. Mm, see, consciousness to the law. As above, so below, as you grow in your state of consciousness, or as you come nearer to continuing into intention, things begin to change. You see, things begin to change. Never to know, bro. Begin to change, and you wonder what's happening. It's simply that your state of consciousness is changing. Even your secret word may not work anymore, and you must ask to find a new one. How to Find God, Manhattan Transcripts, Book 2, Chapter 14. Life carries all people and brings ahead, onward, to the expanses of consciousness. Hmm. Listen and watch for the silent voice of the Manhattan that speaks through the others and waking dream and intuition. For example, to be conscious is to be humble. Alright, I'm giving prayer and being grateful for being able to walk on this earth and being able to breathe another day and being able to be alive. And I'm grateful for Panama City, Rochelle Vanderpool, Queen's Life Vlogs, Mesquite Kitchen, Teen Health Beauty and Tips. These are all wonderful people. The Nova Real Show, Trending Live TV, Mukbang, what is it? Mukbang, Trending Mukbangs and Reviews. That's another good channel. Music Corner. Thank you very much for everybody for supporting me. I truly am grateful from the bottom of my heart. If you see me pause, like I said, I have that ability. Yes, I do, but it's something that I'm trying to like let it stop hitting my head. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like let it ease. Listen and watch for the silent voice of the Manhunter that speaks through others that waken dream and intuition. For example, to be conscious is to be humble and compassion. 8 in the presence of life. In short, love feels your being the eagle is out. Wisdom for the master on spiritual leadership. 5 spiritual laws of this world. 5 spiritual laws of this world. How much longer do I have on Miss Panama City? I don't know. Okay, five spiritual laws of this world. These are just five of many spiritual laws of this world. They are important, especially when looking at political and religious fields. The beginning of human life is when breath comes into the fetus. Love is the first and great commandment, also called the rule of spiritual law. Love God, love your neighbor, and love yourself. 3. Work for food. This deals with the welfare system and our responsibility to make our own way as much as we can and to make as much as we can. Oh, I just lost it. I'm sorry. My bad. Spiritual laws, welfare system, and our responsibility to make our own way as much as we can in this world. 4. Give tribute to God and Caesar. I don't know who Cesar is. I pray only to God, and that's the only one that I pray to. I don't pray to anybody else. I don't worship anything else. I believe only in God and the highest above, and I'm very grateful to be here, even though I almost died. Um, it's all good. I'm better now. I think I'm better now. I had some blood work for next week, and we're gonna check on it and see what's up. All right, so 5, reward the laborer. This is about the government's duty to the people. A cosmetic sea of worlds. Why does it sound like it's raining? Let me see. The first law deals with the beginning of human life. The beginning of human life is when breath comes to the fetus. The backup I said that already. The backup for this in the Christian Bible is Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust and ground, and she breathed into his nostrils. What? Ew. The breath of life, and man became a living soul. They create the key point and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Oh, okay. The Secret of Love, my Hunter Chapter, Book 14, Chapter 7. Law number 2 is love is the first and great commandment. Thank you, everybody, for still being here. I appreciate it. All right. This law can also be called the rule of spiritual law. In Matthew 22:37 through 39, Jesus said, Thou shalt love the Lord God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first. Man, this is crazy. All right. I was just thinking. I'm sorry about that. All right. Like I said, Jesus said, Like that noise. Thou shalt love thy God. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor and thyself. If the leaders of the people in a society would take this two laws to heart, this would be an entirely different place, which is true. That's what Lee is doing. She is letting everybody grow. She's running a marathon. Everybody. should go to her. She's very supportive. No, I was thinking. I've been up since 3 a.m. But no, I was thinking. Like I said, I have a lot on my mind. I hold in a lot of stuff, and when I read stuff like this, it's like I already know this. But the third law deals with the welfare system. It tells about the responsibility we have to make our own way as much as we can in this world. Law number 3 is work for your food. This comes from Paul. In the second letter to the Lesson, it's called Thessalonians. I am quoting from the King James Version. Neither did we eat any man's bread from not means that we didn't just take somebody else's bread without doing something in return, but right labor and travel night and day, night and day. We worked and did whatever we could. We did whatever our mission was, but they did all this work night and day that we might not be charged or chargeable to any of you, which basically means that we didn't owe you anything in the way of rent and in the way of rent or anything else. Nobody could say you didn't carry your own weight. Paul was saying we carried our own weight, as this is the tradition that we were trying to give to the rest of us. These are good principles. We addressing the welfare system, Paul continues not because we have not no power, but to make ourselves and share unto to follow us. In other words, he was saying we could big. He's saying we can be the big guys and say we're in town. Take care of us. We're going to do our preaching. Feed us. Give us room and board. We could have pulled rank on you, and you wouldn't have to put up it. But we didn't do that. It's very hard to talk about it. I mean, like not a lot of people want to hear about stuff. But maybe I'll talk to you like off. I guess off camera, off this, you know. And I'm kind of glad because I told my mother this morning. I was like, I have someone who actually wants to learn Qigong, and that would be cool to do that with somebody and get back into it. And I'm like kind of camera shy, so I'm getting used to this. But I see your videos. You're like working. You're like going like this. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see your whole. I watched all your videos. 20-hour playlist. All right. So where in town take us? Take care of us. We're going to do our preaching. Feed us. Give us room and board. We could have pulled rank on you, and you would have to put up with it. But we didn't do that. We wanted to be an example for you. Then he says, "For even we were with you. This we commanded you." And this is the important point. The people who are putting together legislation for the reform of the welfare system need to understand this, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. Very simple, very straightforward. Then he closes, for we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not working not at all, but are busybodies. The secret of love, Mahanta transcripts. Thank you. I know Panama, I know my mom tells me all the time. The secret of love, Mahanta transcripts. Law number 4 deals with our duty to the government regarding tax levies. Law number 4. Give tribute to God and Caesar. The Pharisees were trying to trick Jesus into making statements against the Roman government. If they could do this, they could bring the Roman government down on him and have him put in jail. So someone had asked, if it is unlawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not. Jesus was very sharp. Show me a coin. They said, sure. They gave him a coin worth maybe 20 cents. Whose image is on this coin? They said, Caesar's. And Jesus said, render, which means give the render, therefore unto Caesar. And things which are Caesar's are unto God, the things that are God's. Law number 4, give tribute to God and Caesar. What the heck is Caesar? Okay, Matthew 22:17-21. They marveled at how he had sidestepped their trap. The Secret of Love Mahanta Shaskrit's Book 14, Chapter 7. Law number 4 was about the people's duties to the government. Law number 5 is about the government's duty to the people. This is the one that is the goodness. This is the one that the government officials like. Excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. All right. So I just want to say, thank you very much to everybody who came and supported me. I truly appreciate it. Um, yeah, I've been up since 2 a.m. supporting, and I hardly sleep. You guys trending, we hardly sleep. We basically go around supporting like what Lee does, but what Lee does is very very cool, and I like it honestly. Um, the secret law of love. The number 4 was about the people's duty to the government. Law number 5 is about the government's duty to the people. This is the one that government officials like to forget about. When they forget about it and take more than they do through taxes, they enslave the people they're ruling. If you don't have money in society, you have no freedom. Law number 5, reward the laborer. In 1 Timothy 5:18, Paul says, "Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth, let's see, that treadeth out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of this reward." Paul tried to explain the same concept to the Corinthians in another letter. He quotes this law again. Thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of the ox that treadeth out the corn. Here's the whole purpose of instead of why people work. People work. Let me do that. Wake up. Let me just some water. People that he that ploweth should plow and hope, and that he that thrusteth in hope should be partaker of his hope. 1 Corinthians 9:10. If you're plowing and somebody demands that you give your entire crop to Caesar, there's no incentive for you to work. That's what they used to do in the what does it say? They used to do in the Soviet Union. People didn't work, and today there is no Soviet Union. It was a government trying to enslave its people. The people said there were about the people said there were about things we'll take care of, and all they did was suppress and make slaves of their people. Socialism is the same of communism, just not quite strong yet. We have to look out for the spiritual freedom, and exalt these laws that are reflected in the Christian Bible. Wow. All right. Fixidity. 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 Until I'm still here. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not on the panel. Fixity law of a law that governs the dominant of the Kala, giving the appearance of completeness, spaciousness, and accommodation, yet beset with numberless restrictions not perceived by anyone except the spiritual traveler, a cosmetic sea of the world, of the worlds, of the words. ECK is not bound by the law of fixedity. The hidden ECQ strengthens ECQ teachings have survived in a hardened world due to the flexibility. It is said that Taoism in the ancient philosophy and religion of China outlasted Confucianism and religious system because the latter reduced everything to fixed rules, ECQ, and life, and fixed cow and hmm. Just thinking about something. So mom has to redo something about painting the house on the side. I just got a vision of something that she should put up. Yeah. Alright, so the hidden ECQ teachers have survived in a hardened world. Taoism. Has anyone ever tried Taoism? The hidden ECK teachings have survived in a hardened world due to the flexibility. The lackers of the Ka Nirjan are misguided in their search for the truth because his region of dominion and under the law of fixity, which gives the appearance of spaciousness and accommodation and completeness, but it is set within a bowl of countless restrictions not preserved by anyone but the spiritual traveler. I want to say thank you very much, Panama City, for letting me read this. God. God law of everything has its origin in spirit. Divine truth is one and unchanging. The cosmetic sea of worlds. What is that? The Odyssey of soul teaches us to cooperate with the laws of the God of God. It is many lifetimes of bumps and hmm, and bruises before all the lessons of Godhood sink in. And when they do, we granted the grace to partake consciously of the highest aspects of sainthood. The law of God states that soul has existence because soul wills it. The law of God states let me see. The law of God states that soul has existence because God wills it. Thus, God loves all life so dearly that it allows soul to exist. If it did not love there, if they did not love life, there would be no life forms in this universe, and all would be barren. Time, space, law, chance, matter, primitive energy, and intelligence are only the soul is journey to find liberation and freedom. The Soul is not the cause for the law which brings happiness or misery. Not being free, neither does it act as the prime cause that brings about the opposite. As the free self, it has the opportunity to establish itself as a prime mover for bringing about, for bringing establish, to establish. To establish as the free self, it has the opportunity to, let me see, has this has the ability to establish. Hey, yo, everybody, check it out, man. Everybody, please, please, please go to Panama City's link and join the marathon. It's not gonna kill you with the food trending. Join the marathon because you know you need watch hours. You know you're trying to grow your channel. So go. I know you live right now. I know you hear me. I got you on the panel. So don't worry. Probably, and the other guys probably asking where the hell I am. All right, so we read about God. The law of God states that soul has existence because God wills. Thus, God loves all life so dearly that it allows soul to exist. If it did not love, there would be no life forms in this universe, and all be barren. Time, space, law, chance, masses, and more. Hmm. The law of God states that soul has existence God will, because God wills it. All right, I think I'm gonna stop right here because the 154, and I think I gotta go back to Panama, and I want to say thank you very much to everybody. You truly, truly did help me. You know, stop being shy and come out of my hiding zone. I appreciate it, and I got to read this book. I haven't read this book in a while. Where are we going next, Miss Key? Miss Key, please drop your link so we can go raid you. Please drop your link because I'm just gonna go ahead and read this another day. Um, as you can see, the book is really hitting me, and there's a lot of things going on spiritually, so I feel it more impactly. You guys may think I'm falling asleep, but no, I'm just thinking. That's why I wake up. I'm thinking. Yeah, I know we're going to Miss Key. Miss Key, drop your link, please. I know I have you already, but I just want to make sure. Okay, that's swoop. That's trending. Uh, Miss Key. Okay, this is Miss Key. Okay, so everybody, please go to the link that's pinned above. Everybody, please go over there, show some love, respect. Miss Key, let us know when you're going live. We're gonna go raid Miss Key. Show her love, show full respect for an hour. We are all going to everybody's live. Please, please, please go raid her. Let me see. And then open up your link. Okay. For some reason, the computer didn't open your link. All right, here we go. I love her channel. She's so cool. All right, she's live. She's facing in her keys. All right, so this is the link. Um, oops, I went back to Miss Key. Whee! I say this computer. This is a Windows 11. I have editing program for Windows 10 and it doesn't work. I spent $80. It's crazy. I had a Windows 7. Well, I had Windows 10 on my Lenovo Yoga, and Best Buy broke it. They couldn't fix it. They had problems, so I had to get another laptop, and the only good laptop they had was this Lenovo Legion. It's a gaming laptop. So we're gonna go over raid right now, Miss Key. Go raid Miss Key. Trending in the background. Go raid Miss Key. Thank you everybody for coming through. I appreciate it. Much love to you and your family. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay prayed up. Namaste to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Excuse the mess. I gotta clean up. As you know, I got a little Destiny, my little Piranha. She bit a hole in my finger, man. Like a hole. Like literally. Look, literally. She punctured a hole. She has some sharp little teeth. All right, let's go over to Keys. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste to you and your family. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Namaste.